I'm gonna try to get through this as quickly as I possibly can. I became a musician when I turned 12 years old and my dad bought me a copy of Acid Music Studio. I became business-minded when I learned from my father's entrepreneurialism and I moved to Orlando, Florida from Boston, Massachusetts to attend music business college. I became interested in managing people and talent when I became the manager of a recording studio after college here in Orlando, Florida. I also met some of my greatest friends in this world. Audio engineers, musicians, songwriters. I became a marketer when I decided that I was tired of watching all my talented friends have so much trouble building a fan base for their amazing music. And I became an entrepreneur when I decided to take those marketing strategies I had developed for those friends and teach them to the world of independent musicians as best I could. I became interested in videography when I started a multidisciplinary fraternity in college called Nu Sig Mu, music, film, design, business. That's the Nu, that's the Sigma, and that's the Mu, or Mu if you're Greek. And I became a videographer myself when I decided to get serious about my equipment and the videos that I wanted to make. And tomorrow I become a YouTuber because all of the independent musicians in my company's community have been asking about YouTube since the beginning. But this channel is about more than just us figuring out YouTube. Because like, in my whole life, you know, that journey that I went through, I always would pick up some creative technology or some creative pursuit and just like be furiously learning it for months and months and months. And I'm not the only one. I know tons of people who aren't just musicians, they're amazing film photographers and choreographers and videographers. Seems like now more than ever, there are tons of people out there who are multidisciplinary, just like we were back in the Nu Sig Mu days. In that fraternity, we fostered this multidisciplinary, just like if you're creative, right? You're not locked to one element of creativity. I think that's true. I think that if you've got that thing in you, that thing that makes you different than everyone else, right? Other people, they like consuming the media, but they never feel like, I'm gonna do that. And if you feel like I'm going to do that, then you're no longer just locked to that being guitar or singing or rapping or creating videos on YouTube. Because the tools are democratized now. Now anyone can do anything. Where it used to cost like 2 years' salary to even be considered a professional videography outfit, now that can be accomplished for far, far less money. Same with audio recording, same with graphic design, same with everything. Like everything has been democratized down to the individual level. So you could pick up audio engineering and videography in the same year, in the same half year, in the same month. And with the information that's available to us now, you're not gonna be going down to the library to check out 1,000 books and read them all. You're gonna be finding your information with laser targeted online searches, YouTube videos and Google searches. You're gonna get that information much more rapidly than you ever could. And I'd like to celebrate and represent this new class of creatives that are able to do it all. I used to work marketing for a tech agency that built mobile apps and stuff, and there's this term for full stack coders, right? If you know not just Python, not just C++, not just JavaScript, you know it all, then you're a full stack coder. Nowadays, they're starting to talk about full stack marketers, where if you know how to build websites and email market and run ads and write great copy, then you're a full stack marketer. And I think what we're seeing now is this new era of full stack creatives. And so instead of just starting a YouTube channel just for the hell of it, I wanna celebrate full stack creatives out there. People like me, people who wanna know and do it all. If that's you, if you don't feel like you fit into some narrow box of creativity, if you're creative with all of it, then I wanna help celebrate and foster and encourage you full stack creatives out there who do everything. So on Monday, this video comes out, and this video is the first of our sort of video journal of life here at this recording studio where my office is. This building is 1 South Orange in downtown Orlando. That's where I work, so the name of this show is 1 South Orange.
And you think my passion's on a picture, cash and cars, wishful thinking that's an afterthought. I ain't take the road you crafted for me, so you rip and tell me my path is wrong.
All I gotta say is they don't really care about us, and I just wanna live, yeah. We just wanna live, we just wanna live, yeah. Oh no, oh no. We just wanna live, we just wanna live, yeah. We just wanna live, yeah.
I wanna document all of the amazing music projects that are being pumped out of this studio. I wanna document all of the amazing creators that visit this studio on a weekly basis. I wanna document the frustrations and the successes and the celebrations of running my own business, which, you know, I'm 29. I was never taught how to run my own business by my peer group growing up. Like, they weren't entrepreneurial. So I'm kind of figuring this stuff out as I go along, and I wanna share that. I don't wanna hide behind some wall of best guesses. Like, I want you guys to know exactly what it's like. And I wanna try to do this at least once per week, but hopefully I'll be able to do it 2 times per week. Then on Tuesdays, I wanna give the engineers here and myself a chance to document some of the amazing tools that facilitate all of this creativity, that make it possible. I think there's a lot of confusion out there about the tools, and if we could just democratize that information down to creatives of all stripes, so audio people and video people and graphic designers can learn about all these other areas of creativity and the tools that make it happen. Now, Indepreneur is a training company. We offer educational training on marketing music primarily. Over the next couple of years, we wanna add more than just marketing music. We wanna add actual music creation and production. We wanna add videography and live streaming and all of the new capabilities coming out for creatives. And as a training company, we'd like to provide some semblance of what we do for free on our YouTube channel. So on Thursdays, we're going to be releasing tutorials on all of the stuff that I kind of struggled through doing, right? I kind of learned how to live stream, how to record videos, how to record audio, how to songwrite, all these things I fumbled through and figured out. I want to share my process for and help others do it quicker without as much heartache. We're also gonna start live streaming the recording of our flagship podcast, Creative Juice, here on this YouTube channel. That's to get our live streaming chops up, but also to provide more immediate feedback and interaction with our audience. Creative Juice gets about 2,000 downloads per week right now, and it started at 0 downloads per week, so it's growing pretty fast, and we want to have a more direct feedback loop with the audience for that podcast. And then on Saturdays, including today, we live stream more of a discussion style podcast called That Ain't Music. That Ain't Music was formed from the discussions that we would have in the lobby of that recording studio that I managed right out of college. You would always find me at the front desk talking with engineers, and then like Ayo the producer would come in and start talking about music with us, and then there would be a singer and, you know, maybe an event runner in town stopping by and just becoming part of this big discussion. And we don't always talk about just music. It's life as a creative. And so we wanted to like recreate those lobby conversations here at the podcast desk. Kind of a great way to unwind at the end of the week after just going at it kind of whole hog trying to get stuff done. I am super excited about all this. I'm also a little bit terrified. So 1 South Orange once or twice per week, depending on how it works out, how much the workload is for creating these episodes. Gear reviews on Tuesday, and then Creative Juice, then tutorials on Thursday, and then That Ain't Music on Saturday. That's what we're starting out with. And I know for 1 South Orange, I have to shoot mains like this video right here. I also have to shoot B-roll to make it, you know, look nice and kind of give you a sense of what it's like working here in downtown Orlando and in this studio. Then I have to shoot mains and B-roll for the gear reviews. There's a lot of B-roll in the gear reviews because you want to show the products that we're breaking down. Then I have to shoot mains for the tutorial, less B-roll there, or even no B-roll depending on what the video is. And then I have to edit all of that. Then I have to figure out upload for it, so I have to write the copy for the YouTube videos. I gotta figure out the tags and do a little bit of YouTube SEO on those videos. Then I have to chunk them down, so I gotta create trailers or snippets of these longer content forms to redistribute across Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. And then I have to chunk down our live streams as well. I have to edit those into bite-sized clips that we can distribute and point back here to YouTube. That's a lot of stuff to do. So this is what my schedule looks like right now. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and all these colored blocks correspond to different content series. It's gonna be hard to get all that stuff done, but it's also going to be challenging, which helps me because if I'm not challenged, I will like off all day. I will. I'll be lazy. If I'm not being overwhelmed, I'm lazy. I think the seriousness of like biting off more than you can chew gives you that that panic response, right? You kind of kick your ass into high gear. That's what I've done, is I've bitten off more than I can chew so that I get that fight or flight adrenaline every morning that I come into this office. We'll see how long it lasts. We'll see if I have to dial back or ramp up the production. And I'm gonna share how I bring on my friends to help out. How you justify the cost of maybe paying someone to help out, how that scales. It's gonna be a crazy journey, and I'm excited to share it with all of you. So, welcome to Full Stack Creative, sponsored by Indepreneur and East Room Suites. I think it's gonna be a blast. So after I got done recording that clip, I spent the entire Saturday editing that intro that you just saw. On the bright side, I probably won't have to make another intro for a few weeks, but it's definitely not good that it took me that long. When I first got into barbell and strength training, someone told me that you're not squatting correctly if you don't feel that oh shit moment. Like, oh shit, I might not be able to get back up. And I guess this is my oh shit moment for Full Stack Creative. It's gonna be fun.
These are specific questions for you and Turin. He's not a member. He's asking pretty specific questions. He's been rocking online marketing for quite some time, it seems, and I do not know the answers to these.
I can help your accounts.
I maintain.
If you have like an Ableton Live question, I can step outside support role for a second.
I could very much do that. Yeah. You got any audio questions? I can take care of you. Next
week, Kenny's gonna be bumping up from just support specialist to kind of helping me full time here at the studio during the workday. And we're super excited about it, right, buddy?
That's right, baby.
Yeah, maybe I won't kill myself editing videos. Quitting time, boy. This might be the last time I get to leave the office at 7 for quite some time. Gotta cherish it.